Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Daily Dose of English. I'm Tom, your English teacher and friend. Today we're going to talk about something really important: making friends and social connections in English. This is one of the most useful skills you can learn because, let's be honest, speaking English is all about connecting with people, right? In today's lesson, you'll learn how to introduce yourself naturally, how to ask friendly questions, and how to keep a conversation going. We'll practice phrases for meeting new people, making small talk, and even how to suggest hanging out together. And of course, we'll do lots of shadowing practice to help you speak more fluently. Are you ready? Let's make some new friends in English. Let's start with the basics, introducing yourself. When you meet someone new, the first thing you need to do is introduce yourself. It's like opening a door to a new friendship. Now, there are many ways to do this, from very formal to super casual. Today we'll focus on friendly, everyday introductions that you can use anywhere. The most basic introduction is, "Hi, I'm Tom." "Hi, I'm Tom." "Hi, I'm Tom." Now you repeat. But you know what? That's a bit short. Let's make it friendlier. "Hi there, I'm Tom." "Hi there, I'm Tom." "Hi there, I'm Tom." Now you repeat. Here's another nice one. "Hey, my name's Tom." "Hey, my name's Tom." "Hey, my name's Tom." Now you repeat. Notice how I said my name's instead of my name is? That's because in casual conversation, we often use contractions. It sounds more natural and friendly. Now, after you say your name, it's nice to add something else. For example, "Hi, I'm Tom. Nice to meet you." "Hi, I'm Tom. Nice to meet you." "Hi, I'm Tom. Nice to meet you." Now you repeat. Or you can say, "Hey, I'm Tom. What's your name?" "Hey, I'm Tom. What's your name?" "Hey, I'm Tom. What's your name?" Now you repeat. Here's a slightly longer one. Let's break it down. "Hi, I'm Tom. I just moved here." First part, "Hi, I'm Tom. Hi, I'm Tom." Now you repeat. Second part, "I just moved here. I just moved here." Now you repeat. Now the whole sentence are, "Hi, I'm Tom. I just moved here. Hi, I'm Tom. I just moved here." Now you repeat. Section 2. Asking about others. Great! Now you know how to introduce yourself. But conversation is a two-way street, right? You need to show interest in the other person too. Let's learn some friendly questions you can ask when you meet someone new. The most common question is, "What's your name?" "What's your name?" "What's your name?" Now you repeat. But here's a softer way to ask, "And you are?" "And you are?" "And you are?" Now you repeat. After learning someone's name, you might want to know where they're from. Where are you from? Where are you from? Where are you from? Now you repeat, or more casually. "So where are you from originally?" Let's break this down. "So where are you from?" "So where are you from?" Now you repeat. "Originally." "Originally." Now you repeat. Full sentence. "So where are you from originally?" "So where are you from originally?" Now you repeat. Here's a great conversation starter. "Do you live around here?" "Do you live around here?" "Do you live around here?" Now you repeat. Another good one. "Have you been here long?" "Have you been here long?" "Have you been here long?" Now you repeat. You know what makes friendships grow? Finding things you have in common. Let's learn how to discover shared interests and experiences. A simple way to start. What do you do? What do you do? What do you do? Now you repeat. This usually means what's your job, but you can also ask about hobbies. What do you do for fun? What do you do for fun? What do you do for fun? Now you repeat. Here's a friendlier version. So what are you into? So what are you into? So what are you into? Now you repeat. When someone tells you their interest, show enthusiasm. Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's cool. Now you repeat. Or, that sounds interesting. That sounds interesting. That sounds interesting. Now you repeat. If you share the same interest, me too. I love that. Me too. I love that. Me too. I love that. Now you repeat. Or, no way. Same here. No way. Same here. No way. Same here. Now you repeat. Small talk is like the oil that keeps conversations running smoothly. It's light, friendly chat about everyday topics. Let's practice some common small talk phrases. About the weather. Nice weather today, isn't it? Let's break it down. Nice weather today. Nice weather today. Now you repeat. Isn't it? Isn't it? Now you repeat. Full sentence. Nice weather today, isn't it? Nice weather today, isn't it? Now you repeat. Or if it's bad weather, crazy weather we're having. Crazy weather we're having. Crazy weather we're having. Now you repeat. About the place you're in. This is a nice place. This is a nice place. This is a nice place. Now you repeat. Or, do you come here often? Do you come here often? Do you come here often? Now you repeat. Here's a fun fact. Do you come here often? Is such a classic line that people sometimes joke about it, but it's actually a perfectly good conversation starter. Now here's the secret to good conversation, showing genuine interest in what the other person is saying. Let's learn some phrases that keep the conversation flowing. When someone tells you something, really? Tell me more. Really? Tell me more. Really? Tell me more. Now you repeat. Or simply, that's interesting. That's interesting. That's interesting. Now you repeat. To ask for more details. How did that happen? How did that happen? How did that happen? Now you repeat. Or Kiev. What was that like? What was that like? What was that like? Now you repeat. To show you're listening, I see what you mean. I see what you mean. I see what you mean. Now you repeat. Or, that makes sense. That makes sense. That makes sense. Now you repeat. Conversation is about balance. You ask questions, but you also share about yourself. Let's practice some phrases for talking about your own experiences. To share a similar experience. Something similar happened to me. Let's break it down. Something similar. Something similar. Now you repeat. Happened to me. Happened to me. Now you repeat. Full sentence. Something similar happened to me. Something similar happened to me. Now you repeat. Or, I know exactly what you mean. I know exactly what you mean. I know exactly what you mean. Now you repeat. To share your opinion. I think that's great. I think that's great. I think that's great. Now you repeat. Or, in my opinion, you're right. In my opinion, you're right. In my opinion, you're right. Now you repeat. To talk about your interests. I'm really into music. I'm really into music. I'm really into music. Now you repeat. Or, I've been learning to cook lately. Let's break this down. I've been learning. I've been learning. Now you repeat. To cook lately. To cook lately. Now you repeat. Full sentence. I've been learning to cook lately. I've been learning to cook lately. Now you repeat. All right, so you've met someone nice and had a good conversation. Now what? Let's learn how to suggest hanging out or doing something together. This is how acquaintances become friends. A casual suggestion. We should hang out sometime. We should hang out sometime? We should hang out sometime. Now you repeat. More specific. Would you like to grab coffee sometime? Let's break it down. Would you like to? Would you like to? Now you repeat. Grab coffee sometime. Grab coffee sometime. Now you repeat. Full sentence. Would you like to grab coffee sometime? Would you like to grab coffee sometime? Now you repeat. Here's a friendly one. Hey, want to get lunch tomorrow? Hey, want to get lunch tomorrow? Hey, want to get lunch tomorrow? Now you repeat. Or, are you free this weekend? Are you free this weekend? Are you free this weekend? Now you repeat. If you have a specific idea, there's a great cafe nearby. Want to check it out? Let's break this down. There's a great cafe nearby. There's a great cafe nearby. Now you repeat. Want to check it out? Want to check it out? Now you repeat. Full sentence. There's a great cafe nearby. Want to check it out? There's a great cafe nearby. Want to check it out? Now you repeat. If you want to stay in touch with someone, you'll need to exchange contact information. Let's learn how to do this naturally. The direct approach. Can I get your number? Can I get your number? Can I get your number? Now you repeat them. More polite. Would you mind if I got your number? Let's break it down. Would you mind? Would you mind? Now you repeat. If I got your number? If I got your number? Now you repeat. Full sentence. Would you mind if I got your number? Would you mind if I got your number? Now you repeat. For social media. Are you on Instagram? Are you on Instagram? Are you on Instagram? Now you repeat. Or, do you use WhatsApp? Do you use WhatsApp? Do you use WhatsApp? Now you repeat. A smooth way. Let me give you my number. Let me give you my number. Let me give you my number. Now you repeat. Knowing how to end a conversation is just as important as starting one. Let's practice some polite ways to say goodbye. When you need to leave. Well, it was great talking to you. Let's break it down. Well, it was great. Well, it was great. Now you repeat. Talking to you. Talking to you. Now you repeat. Full sentence. Well, it was great talking to you. Well, it was great talking to you. Now you repeat. Or, I should get going, but this was fun. I should get going, but this was fun. I should get going, but this was fun. Now you repeat. A friendly goodbye. Hope to see you around. Hope to see you around. Hope to see you around. Now you repeat. Or, take care. Take care. Take care. Now you repeat. If you made plans, see you on Friday then. See you on Friday then. See you on Friday then. Now you repeat. Now let's put everything together in a real conversation. I'll play both parts and you can practice shadowing the whole dialogue. Person A. Hi, is this seat taken? Hi, is this seat taken? Hi, is this seat taken? Now you repeat. Person B. No, go ahead. No, go ahead. No, go ahead. Now you repeat. Person A. Thanks, I'm Sarah by the way. Thanks, I'm Sarah by the way. Thanks, I'm Sarah by the way. Now you repeat. Person B. Nice to meet you, Sarah. I'm Mike. Nice to meet you, Sarah. I'm Mike. Nice to meet you, Sarah. I'm Mike. Now you repeat. Person A. Do you come here often? Do you come here often? Do you come here often? Now you repeat. Person B. Yeah, actually. I work just around the corner. Let's break this down. Yeah, actually. Yeah, actually. Now you repeat. I work just around the corner. I work just around the corner. Now you repeat. Full sentence. Yeah, actually. I work just around the corner. Yeah, actually, I work just around the corner. Now you repeat. Person A. Oh, cool. What do you do? Oh, cool. What do you do? Oh, cool. What do you do? Now you repeat. Person B. I'm a graphic designer. How about you? I'm a graphic designer. How about you? I'm a graphic designer. How about you? Now you repeat. Person A. I'm a teacher. I teach at the elementary school nearby. Let's break this down. I'm a teacher. I'm a teacher. Now you repeat. I teach at the elementary school nearby. I teach at the elementary school nearby. Now you repeat. Full sentence. I'm a teacher. I teach at the elementary school nearby. I'm a teacher. I teach at the elementary school nearby. Now you repeat. Let's practice another dialogue about making plans with a new friend. Person A. Hey, this was really fun. Hey, this was really fun. Hey, this was really fun. Now you repeat. Person B. Yeah, I enjoyed talking with you too. Yeah, I enjoyed talking with you too. Yeah, I enjoyed talking with you too. Now you repeat. Person A. We should do this again sometime. We should do this again sometime. We should do this again sometime. Now you repeat. Person B. Definitely. Are you free this weekend? Definitely. Are you free this weekend? Definitely. Are you free this weekend? Now you repeat. Person A. Saturday works for me. Saturday works for me. Saturday works for me. Now you repeat. Person. Perfect. There's a food festival in the park. Want to check it out? Let's break this down. Perfect. There's a food festival in the park. Perfect. There's a food festival in the park. Now you repeat. Want to check it out? Want to check it out? Now you repeat. Full sentence. Perfect. There's a food festival in the park. Want to check it out? Perfect. There's a food festival in the park. Want to check it out? Now you repeat. Person A. That sounds awesome. What time? That sounds awesome. What time? That sounds awesome. What time? Now you repeat. Person B. How about 2 p.m.? How about 2 p.m.? How about 2 p.m.? Now you repeat. Person A. Great. Should I get your number? Great. Should I get your number? Great. Should I get your number? Now you repeat. Now let me share some cultural tips about making friends in English-speaking countries. Different cultures have different ways of making friends, and understanding these differences can really help you connect with people. First, personal space. In many English-speaking countries, people like to have some physical space when talking. About an arm's length is usually comfortable. Too close might make people uncomfortable. Too far might seem unfriendly. Second, eye contact. Looking someone in the eyes when you talk shows you're interested and honest. But don't stare. Look away sometimes, it's more natural. Third, small talk is important. I know in some cultures people prefer deep, meaningful conversations right away. But in English-speaking cultures, we usually start with light topics. Weather, sports, movies, food. Deep conversations come later, after you know each other better. Fourth, be positive but real. It's good to be friendly and upbeat, but you don't have to pretend everything is perfect. If someone asks, "How are you?" and you're having a tough day, it's okay to say, "It's been a bit rough, actually." People appreciate honesty. Let me share some common mistakes learners make when trying to make friends in English, and how to avoid them. Mistake number 1, being too formal. Remember, friendship is about being relaxed and natural. Instead of "How do you do?" try "Hey, how's it going?" Mistake number 2, asking very personal questions too soon. In many cultures, it's normal to ask about salary, age, or relationship status. But in English-speaking cultures, these topics usually come up naturally later, not in the first conversation. Mistake number 3, not asking follow-up questions. When someone tells you something, show interest. Don't just say, "Oh, okay," and change the topic. Ask, "How was that?" or "What happened next?" Mistake number 4, talking only about yourself. Remember the 70-30 rule. Let the other person talk about 70% of the time, especially when you first meet. People love talking about themselves and they'll think you're a great conversationalist. I know meeting new people can be scary, especially in a second language. Here are some tips to build your confidence. First, prepare some topics. Before going to a social event, think of 3 things you can talk about. Maybe a movie you saw, a book you're reading, or something interesting that happened to you. Second, practice your introduction. Stand in front of a mirror and introduce yourself 10 times. It might feel silly, but it really helps. Third, remember that everyone feels nervous sometimes. Even native speakers get nervous meeting new people. Your nervousness doesn't show as much as you think it does. Fourth, focus on the other person. When you're worried about yourself, you get more nervous. But when you focus on learning about the other person, you forget to be nervous. Fifth, celebrate small wins. Did you start one conversation today? That's amazing. Did you exchange numbers with someone? Fantastic. Every small step counts. Let me tell you a story about making friends. When I first moved to a new city, I didn't know anyone. I was nervous about making friends, especially because everyone seemed to already have their friend groups. One day I went to a local coffee shop. I saw someone reading a book I loved. I gathered my courage and said, "Excuse me, is that book as good as everyone says?" "Excuse me, is that book as good as everyone says?" "Excuse me, is that book as good as everyone says?" Now you repeat. The person looked up and smiled. Oh yes, I can't put it down. Oh yes, I can't put it down. Oh yes, I can't put it down. Now you repeat. We ended up talking for an hour about books, movies, and our favourite coffee shops in the city. Before leaving, I said, "This was really fun. Want to start a book club?" This was really fun. Want to start a book club? This was really fun. Want to start a book club? Now you repeat. And that's how I made my first friend in the new city. Sometimes all it takes is one common interest and a bit of courage. Once you've mastered the basics, here are some advanced phrases to build deeper friendships. To show empathy. That must have been difficult for you. Let's break it down. That must have been. That must have been. Now you repeat. Difficult for you. Difficult for you. Now you repeat. Full sentence. That must have been difficult for you. That must have been difficult for you. Now you repeat. To offer support. If you ever need to talk, I'm here. If you ever need to talk, I'm here. If you ever need to talk, I'm here. Now you repeat. To share appreciation. I really value our friendship. I really value our friendship. I really value our friendship. Now you repeat. To suggest regular meetups. We should make this a weekly thing. We should make this a weekly thing. We should make this a weekly thing. Now you repeat. Making friends is just the beginning. Maintaining friendships is equally important. Here are some phrases for staying in touch. Checking in. Hey, just wanted to see how you're doing. Hey, just wanted to see how you're doing. Hey, just wanted to see how you're doing. Now you repeat. Remembering important events. Good luck with your presentation today. Good luck with your presentation today. Good luck with your presentation today. Now you repeat. Making time. I know we're both busy, but let's catch up soon. Let's break it down. I know we're both busy. I know we're both busy. Now you repeat. But let's catch up soon. But let's catch up soon. Now you repeat. Full sentence. I know we're both busy, but let's catch up soon. I know we're both busy, but let's catch up soon. Now you repeat. Sometimes friendships face challenges. Here are phrases for handling difficult situations. If you've been out of touch, I'm sorry I haven't been in touch. Life got crazy. I'm sorry I haven't been in touch. Life got crazy. I'm sorry I haven't been in touch. Life got crazy. Now you repeat. If there's a misunderstanding, I think there might be a misunderstanding. I think there might be a misunderstanding. I think there might be a misunderstanding. Now you repeat. To apologise, I'm really sorry if I hurt your feelings. I'm really sorry if I hurt your feelings. I'm really sorry if I hurt your feelings. Now you repeat. To make amends. Can we talk about this over coffee? Can we talk about this over coffee? Can we talk about this over coffee? Now you repeat. All right, let's create your friendship action plan. This week, I challenge you to start 3 conversations with new people. Practice your introduction 5 times each day. Ask at least 2 follow-up questions in each conversation. Suggest one activity with someone you'd like to know better. Exchange contact information with at least one person. Remember, every expert was once a beginner. Every friend was once a stranger. The key is to start, to try, and to keep practicing. Let's do a quick review of the most important phrases we learned today. Introduction. Hi, I'm Name. Nice to meet you. Hi, I'm Name. Nice to meet you. Now you repeat. Showing interest. Tell me more about that. Tell me more about that. Now you repeat. Making plans. Would you like to grab coffee sometime? Would you like to grab coffee sometime? Now you repeat. Staying in touch. Can I get your number? Can I get your number? Now you repeat. Saying goodbye. It was great talking to you. It was great talking to you. Now you repeat it. You've done an amazing job today. Making friends in English might seem challenging, but remember, everyone appreciates genuine friendliness and interest. You don't need perfect English to make friends. You just need to be yourself, show interest in others, and be open to new connections. Every time you practice these phrases, every time you start a conversation, you're not just improving your English, you're opening doors to new friendships, new experiences, and new opportunities. That's the real power of language. Remember, the best way to have a friend is to be a friend. Be kind, be interested, be yourself. Your English doesn't have to be perfect, your heart just needs to be in the right place. Thank you so much for joining me today on Daily Dose of English. I'm Tom, and I believe in you. You have everything you need to make wonderful friends in English. Now go out there and start some conversations. If you found this lesson helpful, please subscribe to Daily Dose of English and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next lesson. Share this video with a friend who's learning English. Maybe you can practice together. Until next time, keep practicing, keep smiling, and keep making friends. Remember, every friend was once a stranger, and every conversation is a chance to change that. You've got this. See you in the next lesson. Bye for now.